What's up, hustlers? What is up? What is up? Long time no see. What's up? So, guys, first I want to thank everyone for watching. I appreciate you guys. You know, I love you. But I'm here with another video, and this is going to be about, as you guys see, broke people stay broke. And, you know, I remember when I first came into money, I had a girlfriend, okay? And it's the true story, no cap, 100% facts. So I had a girlfriend, and I think as men, we start to feel obligated to put people on, right? And we also feel pressure that we gotta make sure that our women are not struggling. We gotta make sure our women have all their needs met, because that's what a real man does. At least that's what I was told, and that's what I always thought, whether it's me looking at videos or maybe, I don't even know what created that impression, but that's what a man does. Now, I want to give you a little backstory. I ain't have my dad. I grew up without a father. So I grew up learning from watching people and maybe listening to an uncle or two, but mostly I had to find a way to be a man from watching other men, right? So I gave one of my girlfriends $4,000 flat in her lap, all cash and rubber bands, and told her to start a business. Now, $4,000 ain't starting no business nowadays, but back when I did it, it was like 2017 or 18. I mean, it was gonna start a little something, all right? And I watched her spend that money on clothes, spend that money on an online boutique as well, and on daycare. Yes, daycare. And in about 3 months, she was broke again. You give me $4,000, I'm gonna do my best to stretch it and also invest it. And what I've had to realize from that is broke people will always stay broke. Now, you might think that when I say broke people, I'm talking about financially, but I'm not. I'm talking about broke mentally. And see, you know, I have to put myself in that category at one point in my life. And the reason is because you start realizing that broke people stay broke and can't really understand why or how to double or how to triple their money, because they don't value themselves as an asset. Therefore, they're not out there looking for assets. You know what I mean? Like, having an asset is going to be important when it comes to duplicating and tripling your money, right? But understanding the importance of an asset is what I find is key. Stay with me. So this shows I gave that girl money. She didn't have to earn that money. That's number one. Broke people that don't understand an asset, plus don't have to earn, they tend to not appreciate. Now, I understand we all talk about appreciation. Like, that girl better appreciate me. That person better no, but I'm talking about appreciate money. Because, see, money is not valuable unless you spend it on the right things. Things that make you happy, things that build for you, things that work for you, things that bring you residuals. Money has to be treated a certain way. You can't just expect to have money and money just to better your life. And this is a true case for a lot of situations and scenarios. I had a cousin, he got a case settlement, and I think he got like $50,000. I'm so happy for him at the time. I remember driving him to the bank and, you know, him having life-changing money in his account. And I started seeing him with nice clothes and everything. But I think it was like 6 or 8 months, he was back in the gutter, living on Section 8, broke. And it's no shot to the people that unfortunately this happened to. It honestly is me breaking down to you guys how I see on a daily basis people that are not confident within themselves, people that are going through depression and don't find or feel the need to dig themselves out, usually tend to always revert back to spending money, because they think that when they get the money that they don't hence earn, they spend it to make them feel good. And when they spend it to make them feel good, they in return don't even realize that they're losing the only thing that could give them a chance to have value in this world. Yes, it said value in this world, and it all in this world comes from money, 100%, right? If you as a man don't have any money or any assets, you're not valuable. And I know you might be like, Brandon, you're tripping, you're just being money driven and money hungry. No, I'm not. I'm being honest, okay? No girl gonna respect you without bread. That's 100% facts, okay? Now, she might say, yeah, I love you, baby, just for the way you are. I love the way that you stare in my eyes. She might tell you all of that, but it's cap. Because it's gonna be somebody better than you that pull up eventually, and that person gonna pull up, and that person will have a chance to sweep your girl or your wife off of her feet because he can provide a better life for her. You don't ever want that to happen. So you have to understand that money does help increase your value. So broke people aren't worried about their value. Instead, they are in a victim mentality. And that is why money to a lot of broke-minded people doesn't matter. Because in their minds, it's like, money doesn't matter. It's all about happiness. Well, it is, right? And you can be happy without any money. But when you are happy without money, that is great. That is internal. That is something that you have that a lot of people don't. But what about how you impact society, impact the people around you? See, I get so upset when somebody needs something around me and I can't fulfill it. Not because I feel like I'm a piece of crap or I'm obligated, but I want to feel that I am a resource to people. And the reason I want to feel that way is because as a man, I feel like I have a duty to make sure the people closest to me that I love are taken care of, and that I am that person that puts people on my back when needed, because I am strong and God created me in his image, and I am here to do one thing and one thing only, in my opinion, is create a legacy. I'm here to change the way that people view my family, right? I want people to know that I am somebody that is a stain that won't go away because of the hard work that I've persisted to do, even when results didn't follow. I want people to know that, even when I did have a broke mindset, I broke out of that because I understood that the value that I wanted to exert to others was way more important than my instant gratification and the urge to feel good at certain times. So I tell everybody out there, and I'm really making a message, if you are out there and you're broke-minded and you feel like you can't hold on to money, and every time you get some bread, you spend it, what I want you to do is start realizing that the problem isn't the money. The problem isn't, oh my God, inflation is kicking my butt. It's none of that, bro. Really what it is that you're not happy with yourself, or you're not mentally there right now. Something is not right because you're feeling like you have to spend money to make yourself feel good. Trust me, I've been there, bro. I've been to the point to where I feel like I got to spend money to make me feel good. I get that urge all the time, but it's not about the urge going away, because it never happens. We all have that urge to spend money and do therapy shopping, right? But what happens is when you have that conscience in your mind that tells you, nah, bro, chill. You can't spend that. That wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense. And I'll give you guys, before I get off, I'll give you guys a realistic way that I do this and hurt my own self. You ready? So if I'm not making the sales that I want to make, and I'm not making a lot of money one week, maybe I'm having a bad week. If I'm having a bad week, I'll go out and I'll literally start spending money, or I'll try to start looking up things. Like, I'll be like, all right, let me book a flight. The reason I'm not making money, I'll start making excuses. The reason I'm not making money this week like I should is because I haven't had a vacation. I'm probably burnt out. Let me go ahead and book me a vacation real quick. And I've had that urge several times this year already. And that urge is an urge of distraction. It's an urge of, honestly, I want to stay with distraction. It's an urge of distraction. You're trying to like distract yourself from the reality that you have to face eventually. So the reason I'm telling you guys this is because I want you to lock in and understand this mindset, and understand when you don't have that voice that's telling you to actually save that money instead of spending it. Try to find that, or try to create that discipline, because you're never going to break out of your situation if you aren't right mentally. And everybody is not right mentally. I told you I was not right mentally. I sometimes have this urge still. And when I don't hear that voice in my head that says, yo, don't spend that, I gotta actually double back and look at myself and try to realize, what the hell am I doing? What's going on? Why am I not making these right decisions? Why am I acting off of impulse? Why? Right? So I start assessing my life. Okay, I need to get away from this person. This person is actually adding to this. This person is putting this in my ear. He wants to go to this state, this country. And I know I'm not in the right position. Let me fall back from him. He got different priorities right now. Sometimes you gotta look around and see, maybe you're broke-minded because you're only hanging around broke-minded people. I'm telling you, like, these are sacrifices that you're gonna have to make, of understanding who and when to put yourself around the right people and separate yourself. All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys, and I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.